Fellow patriots, on behalf of the NPP USA branch and the Pennsylvania chapter executives, I bring to you warm greetings as we celebrate our nation's 66th independence anniversary. I also wish to convey special thanks to all the chapter members for their continuous financial and material support to the chapter since its inception. Personally, I cannot help but to express my deepest gratitude to all members, especially those with the good standing, for their enormous contributions through thick and thin to supporting the good cause of our chapter. Indeed, I am particularly elated because our chapter is today counted amongst the committee of most vibrant NPP USA chapters. As Ghanaians celebrate this important day, we must all pause and reflect on the invaluable contributions made by our gallant freedom fighters, notably Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Dr. J.B. Dankwa, Dr. Ebenezer Akweje, Emmanuel Obeche-Bilamte, Edward Akufo-Addo, William Ofori-Atta, and the rest who lay down their lives so you and I can live freely as human beings on our own ancestral land. As a chapter chairman of Pennsylvania, I cannot help but to call on all of you to join me to say a big thank you to all the old executives and to remember those who had passed on to the glory, especially our former chairman, Dr. John Benin, aka Chairman 1. Fellow Kukudites, kindly join me to observe a 1-minute silence in honor of our beloved Chairman 1 as you pause this video for a bit. May the good Lord keep him in his bosom until we all meet again. Amen. Chapter members, as we celebrate our 66th independence anniversary today, we must not lose sight of the anniversary's aptly chosen theme, and I quote, "Our unity, our strength, our purpose," unquote. It is indeed a theme like this that seeks to draw our attention to very important reminders of that which can make and unmake our freedom to exist as human beings, as the nation confronts the current socio-economic and political challenges. It is equally a reminder of our collective duty as Ghanaians to uphold and defend our Constitution at all times and confront the challenges in unison, because unity, they say, is strength. In fact, the history of our independence struggle that was spearheaded by a Dayan of Ghanaian history, Dr. J.B. Dankwa, and actualized by our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, was not something attained on a silver platter. It was one of the long, tortuous socio-political struggles with strenuous sacrifices, but above all, with the strongest sense of national unity, strength, and purpose, the free nation of Ghana was born. Today, it is a privilege to stand anywhere in the world and be claimed as a free, independent Ghanaian forever. Fellow members, as one year welcomes the next, millions of people are taking this time to reflect on the past, to assess what was done, and to envision the year ahead, to make choices on what can be done better. As an independent Ghanaian and a proud member of the New Patriotic Party, I am often reminded of the stories that my parents and grandparents shared with me. It was a story of hardship they endured during the fight for our independence. And I am humbled by their courage and sacrifices, and therefore highly inspired by their determination to join patriotic forces like you to create a better future for all Ghanaians. Fellow Crocodites, juxtaposing our forefathers' struggle to get us this invaluable sense of freedom and our current government's challenge to turning the struggling Ghanaian economy around is one of the arduous tasks. However, with that same sense of unity, strength, and purpose, led by the competent NPP government, we shall certainly pull through. it is an undeniable fact that Ghana was not a developed country that has just been mismanaged to a crumbled one, but only a developing one trying to make the best out of what she has. But fact remains that what confronts us now as a nation had largely been brought about by the ravages of the COVID-19 pandemic and Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In fact, every well-meaning Ghanaian can attest to the sterling performance of the NPP government before the COVID-19 Russia-Ukraine war. We also know the pre-pandemic and viable economic strengths of the Nana Addo's-led NPP government. Therefore, it was not surprising to hear our visionary president's philosophical words that inspired and continues to inspire us at the time of the looming calamitous pandemic. And I quote, "We know how to bring back the economy. What we do not know is how to bring back life," unquote. As our president continues to steer the distressed ship in a stormy sea, let us remember that our able leader needs our unflinching support and unalloyed loyalty, and above all, an unceasing prayer to actualize the set out goals. Ladies and gentlemen, as party in government, it is imperative to show class of unbreakable strength to uphold and defend our impeccable records chalked thus far at all times. Because not only the governing NPP party faced with the exogenous factors of the COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war, world economic order, but also faced with the discredited opposition NDC party, whose parliamentarians in our August House are hell-bent on working against every vital revenue source originated through the ruling NPP government's financial ministry. Members, we are also faced with a disingenuous media outlet aided by a vile opposition propaganda directed constantly at churning out misinformation, rather educating the populace with facts turn uplifting oneself. Fellow patriots, I know we are not in good times, as party's own internal wrangling seems to have also heightened our moment of desperation. But one thing is certain, we have the competent hands led by our visionary leader, President Nana Akufo-Addo. Therefore, we must be rest assured that this too shall pass. Folks, this too shall pass is the faith we must hold gently, because we are the party in government and no excuses can assuage our opponents and distrusted party members. The challenges and obstacles will continue to present themselves as we try to eradicate poverty, illiteracy, and injustice, and underdevelopment through our prudent economic policies. We shall indeed overcome because we have peaceful times tested, coexisting cultural diversity. What is left is unity, strength, and a sense of purpose. Happy 66th Independence Anniversary. Thank you.